Hang on, guys. I gotta fix my camera thing a little bit there. There we are. Okay. Make that a little bit like that. That a little bit more like that. All right. I think we're ready to go. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Cleveland Guardians live stream for you guys tonight as the Guardians begin a 6-game, 2-city road trip starting off in Queens, New York, as they face off against the New York Mets, who come in right in the thick of the NL East race with the Phillies. Of course, the Braves have fallen off a cliff this year, but I don't think they'll be down long. They'll probably be right back in it next year. The Marlins are a team to keep an eye on, though, for the future, as are the Nets. So yeah, the Mets are 63 and 49. Guardians are 56 and 55. So with that being said, let's dive right in. Starting with the starting lineups. First for the visiting Cleveland Guardians. Leading off in left field, Stephen Kwan. Batting second in center field, Angel Martinez. Batting third at third, as always, Jose Ramirez. Batting cleanup, DHing this evening is David Fry. Batting fifth at first base, Carlos Santana. Batting sixth at shortstop, Gabriel Arias. Batting seventh in right field, Nolan Jones. Batting eighth at second base, Brian Rocchio. And rounding it out, batting ninth in the squat, you have Austin Hedges. On the mound for the Guardians is Slade Ciccone. And then for the Mets, their lineup is as follows. Leading off in left field, Brandon Nimmo. Batting second, shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Batting third in right field, Juan Soto. Batting cleanup, DHing this evening is Pete Alonso. Batting fifth at second base, you have Jeff McNeil. Batting sixth. Yeah. Yeah, batting sixth, first baseman Mark Vientos. Batting seventh in center field, their new acquisition, Cedric Mullins. Batting eighth at third base is Ronnie Mauricio. And batting ninth in the squat, you have Francisco Alvarez. Batting on the mound for the Mets is Sean Manaea. Okay. Let's get ready here. I pull up the Fubo app thing and we roll. Oh, we rolling. All right. Make sure everything is good. Okay. Gotta wait for Fubo to wake up here and then we can roll. We can get rolling. Oh, yeah. Throw some of these tissues out. I had some pulled pork sandwiches for dinner. They were amazing. Got them from Walmart. They were fantastic. They were good eats, as they say. All right. So there's the thing here. All right. Let's roll. Let's put that on mute. There we go. All right. So, Sean Manaea, huh? Wow. No fluff from Sean tonight, huh? Pitch is a strike, and we're underway from Citi Field. The lefty, Sean Manaea, ready with the 0-1. Into left field, and there's the first out. As of course, Stephen Kwan with the ritual fly out to left field. I don't know why all of a sudden he's turned into a flyout guy. Showing the different pitches that Sean throws. Four seam sinker, and like where they end up. Here's Angel Martinez. Pitch. Got pinch hit for yesterday for Brian Rocchio in the ninth. Yeah, they ended up hitting ninth yesterday. Here's the 0-1. Outside. Of course, with it being a lefty on the mound, no Kyle Manzardo, no CJ Kafis. Pitch. Popped it up. And let's see if this is playable. Yes, it is. Oh! I'm guessing he didn't make the catch. No, he did not. Great camera angle, by the way. I couldn't tell. But yeah, no Kyle, no Daniel Schneemann, no Kafis in the lineup tonight. Oh yeah, the ball kind of curved on him. Vientos, I think, might have overran it just a little. Mets are in their usual white jerseys with the pinstripes. There's Francisco Alvarez. Was once one of their top prospects. And here's the 1-2 coming to NL Martinez. 9 homers, 38 RBIs in 94 games. Pops it up again. And this one will stay in play for out number 2. Oh, brother, this is going to be a fun game. Not, well, fun if you're like getting tortured by, Dorpy hits. There's a lot of feeble at bats. This is the game for you. Pitch to Ramirez, batting righty this time, of course. He tortured the Twins. 5th in the AL, 302 average, 23 dongs, hit 2 against the Twins. One was the game-tying homer in game 2, and then he, of course, got us on the board yesterday with a 2-run shot. 2-0. Fouls it back. Ranking in the AL, 5th in batting average, tied for 6th in home runs, tied for 4th in runs, 4th in hits, 5th in risk average, and tied for 2nd in stolen bases with 32. Here's the 2-1 J-Ram. Pitch. Popped out again, but out of play. A swinging bunt. Wow, McKinstry. That's, wow, okay. I mean, you get it any way you can. That's tough. 2-2. Swing and foul off. Barely was able to tap that ball. Yeah, off the very tip of the bat. Off the tip. Oh, the tip. Just the tip, bro. Just the tip. All right, pitch. Fly ball to, this won't even get out of the freaking infield. And Vientos makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 feeble inning for the Guards. Feeble ass lineup. I mean, take out your hot hitters and put in scrubs. This is what happens. This is what happens. We're going to see the Mets come up here, and we'll see what they do. Of course, remember, once upon a time, the Mets had owners that were as cheap as the Dolans in the Wilpons. Remember that? But alas, the Wilpons finally grew a conscience, and they sold the franchise to Steve Cohen, who has consistently put up like crazy numbers when it comes to spending. He spent like an amount of money on Juan Soto that probably would have made the Wilpons develop a rash. You would never see the Dolans whip out that kind of money for a player. We could have the LeBron James of baseball on this team. And all they do is say enjoy him. They wouldn't pay him. Francisco Lindor, prime example. And that just makes us even more blessed to have a guy like J-Ram. So here's Slade Ciccone. 13 starts. He's 5-4, 3.77 ERA, 76 in the third innings, 22 walks, 63 Ks, and a 2.47 opponent average. Of course, former Diamondback, acquired in the Josh Naylor trade. Facing Brandon Nimmo, 260 average. First pitch is a swing and a miss. You see Francisco Lindor on the on-deck circle. 260 average, 19 homers, 63 RBIs, 326 on base, and 108 games for the left fielder. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Oh, that's Slade. Slade's a damn good pitcher. He's a damn good dude. He's a gamer. Here's the 0-2. Pitch. Fly ball, foul, left side. Giants up 2-1 over the Pirates. Oh, wow, that was close. Here's the 0-2 to Nimmo. Pitch. Hits it into right, but it's at Nolan Jones for the first out. Like Nolan barely had to move. Dashy called me a virgin before he banned you? Damn, Elephant, really? Come on now. That's why I never go into Dashy's stream. Yeah. Oh. All right. Nimmo, Lindor, Soto, Alonso, the top four for the Mets. Here's Francisco Lindor. He was a key part on the Guardians or Indians roster for a couple years, and then of course we traded him to the Mets for 110 games, 21 homers, 64 RBIs for Frankie. Francisco, pitch. Fly ball to left field. Juan is back, and he'll make the catch, 2 down. But yeah, he was a crucial part on those Indians teams with Terry Francona, of course. You see the alignment: Juan, Martinez, and Jones in the outfield. J-Ram, Arias, Rocchio, and Santana in the infield with Hedges behind the plate. Couple Gold Gloves on the field today. 3 from Juan, 1 from Santana, which he won last year. Here's Juan Soto, the big money guy. You could say he's set for life. 380 on base, 63 RBIs, 25 homers, 247 average in 110 games for Juan Soto, the right fielder. Here's the 0-1. Soto, right field, and it's just halfway on the track. Martinez makes the catch, and that's what you call a loud third out. We go to the second. Still scoreless. Does he hate or not like you too? Damn. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna really talk about that kind of stuff because that is some weird behavior from Dashy. Calling someone a virgin. Vision Dashy calling someone a virgin. Because honestly, if he called me a virgin, I'd be like, "No, you tell me this, Mr. Patrick." It's funny because you call him Patrick, which is his name. He'll say that's doxing. Hey, buddy, that's the name of your Twitter account. It's not necessarily private information if you made it your Twitter at. Like, if you play fantasy sports with me, you know my government name. I got nothing to hide. Except maybe my address, but like, damn. Ain't nobody coming out here to see me. But still, like, he's thinking, oh, you're doxing me. Dude, you made your name, your government name, your freaking Twitter. Everybody who visits your Twitter knows your name. For him, see him calling someone a virgin, though. Because it's ironic as hell. Because I'd be thinking, That fool calls me a virgin, bro. I'd be like, now I know damn well, you ain't have had a girlfriend before, my guy. Not with the way he be acting. My God. Man, I'm not one to talk about that stuff, but that's crazy. Pitch to Fry is a swing and a miss. Ooh, the Marlins pitcher took a little spill there. Fly ball and to left. Nope, that's not even past the infield. Mauricio there to make the catch, and all we're doing is little pop flies. That's all we can do is pop flies. Minaya, 5 innings in his MLB debut with Oakland, 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, 3 Ks. 2016. Wow. Look at that hair, too, man. Why did he get rid of the hair? That was a legendary part of his aura. I know when he was with the Giants before, he had that thing going. Pitch. Grounder, that's too short. Lindor will throw out his former running mate with the Indians a long time ago. 2 down. Oh, this team is extra feeble today. All right. Good dude. Actually, he's just easy. He's so easy to troll. Like, my God, dude. Gabriel Arias, 85 games, 7 homers, 34 RBIs, 296 on base, 236 average. Here's the 1-0. Opposite field foul. Let me guess, this is going to be another soft fly out or something? That's all we seemingly can do? 1-1. Oh, ball 2. Sure, you could troll Dash and be like, that joke is old. That jokes are old. Yeah, but they get you triggered. That's why they keep doing it. Stupid. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Yeah, they're old jokes, but they get you as triggered as you were when you first heard them. The key is to just simply ignore them. Let their troll run their mouth in the chat. Pitch. Grounder, they're short again, and we're just helping the Mets put on a defensive clinic. Nothing's even getting to the outfield, really. Bottom 2 coming up. It's like, hey, Guardians, how about you put the ball in the outfield? Aye. Oh, this is so funny to troll Dashy, though. I want to do a ranking of the biggest Dashy trolls. Billy Bob has to be at the top. Billy Bob, Ren, that one Browns troll that would always pop in. Jack Braz, he's up there. Yeah. Billy Bob and Ren, I think, are the top 2. They got to be. Sees those 2 in the chat and he just starts flipping out. Man, if I had a video, a channel of just Dashy rants, I swear, or if you had to rank Dashy rants of, in terms of like how hilarious they are, how about this past Saturday? My dude was going off about the weather, talking about weather gods. Like that's a real thing. Most RBIs since 2019, you have Pete Alonso 672, J Ram at 617, Matt Olson 652, Rafi Devers 619, and Aaron Judge at 610. Wow. Straight to Alonso. Blooper right up the middle. Snag. Rocchio from a knee. And he threw him like a mile off the bag. Oh, Slokio. I freaking despise you, bro. What a way to ruin a great play. He threw like a mile away from the nearest glove. He just yeeted it. He didn't even like try to get it close to the base. Hey, Brian, you're supposed to throw it to the base. Freaking loser. Pitch. Foul ball. Red Sox have taken the lead over Kansas City. Pitch. Outside ball two or ball one. Here's the 1-1 coming to Jeff McNeil. Pitch to right, but foul. Rocchio, your days are numbered at second base, my dude. Because we got a dude in Double A right now who will take your job and never give it back. An Australian pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. We got an Aussie, man. An Aussie who's raking in Double A right now. I wouldn't put it past him to put him in Triple A right before the end of the season. So then he'll start off next year in Triple A. And then he'll be right up here by around hopefully this time next year. That's the hope. That's my plan, I hope. Here's Vientos. Foul ball. Seven home runs, 31 RBIs in 78 games for the first baseman, Vientos. Here's the 0-1. Fly ball. Playable in left center. Just at the start of the track. Martinez gets the out. 2 down. And here's Cedric Mullins. New acquisition from the Mets. In 3 games with the Mets, he's 1 for 8, 15 homers, 49 RBIs. Fouls it off. Here's the 0-1. And speaking of which, there's Dashy going live for the game against the Cubs, I guess. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Inside on him. Remember, though, Cedric was one of the guys I wanted the Guardians to trade for before we went into our funk. And then, of course, yeah, Clase's a freaking dummy. Here's the 1-1. Pitch on the inside. I guess it's the ball. 2-1. With ABS, that's a strike, most likely. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. You know, the Mets lineup kind of reminds me of what the Guardians had years ago when we had Lindor and Brantley and Kipnis, Chisenhall. You had the meaty guy, the big guys in the middle with like, Edwin and Jay Bruce. That was fun. 2-2. Ball inside. Kind of wish we were able to keep that lineup together a little while longer. Edwin got hurt against the Yankees in that playoff game and wasn't really the same, unfortunately. Mauricio on deck. Payoff pitch. Came out looking. Barely got him on the top of the zone after the errant throw. Saconia got through the rest, so we go to the top of the third. Still scoreless. Guardians need to beat the Mets. Tell me about it. But you know what's funny about last night's game? Or yesterday's game, I should say? Pretty much for 8 innings, the top of the order was carrying. Out of the, was it 8 or so, 9 or so hits, about 7 or so hits, most of those hits came from the top of the order. 9th inning comes around. Jones gets a walk. Rocchio gets a base hit. Oh, no, not even before Rocchio. Kefis got a base hit. Double. His first career hit. What a time to get it, too. And then, of course, Rocchio gets a base hit, scores 2. Get him at first base. Top of the order coming up. I'm thinking no outs, too. I'm thinking, oh, we got this in the bag. We got this in the bag. And there's 3 outs, and we lose. That's pretty much what it was like. 3 straight reach base. You're thinking, oh, we're setting up the top of the order with a magical moment. And then there's 3 straight outs, and then the game's over. How feeble could you be? Stephen Kwan turning into Mr. Flyout. Why is he trying to hit the ball in the air more all of a sudden? He should just do what he's been doing, just slap the ball around. Get on base. Stop trying to be Kwani Bonds. You're not Barry Kwans. Stephen Bonds. You're freaking Stephen Kwan. Stop doing too much. Just do your thing. Now here is Nolan Jones. Actually got on base yesterday with a walk. A rare on base appearance for him. People call him No Launch Jones. Pitch. Strike. 216 average for Nolan. 0-2 pitch. Outside. 1-2. There's Mendoza, Carlos Mendoza, the skipper for the Mets. Feels like every few years they have a new skipper. You know? Man. Remember when they had, what's his face from the Guardians? Pitcher? Mickey Callaway? Remember when they tried that? That was tough. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, like a bum. But yeah. Let's just keep him up. He's a feeble bum. No Launch Jones. Home versus road. They're 38-18 at home, 25-31 on the road. Slightly more runs per game at home. Higher batting average, more home runs, lower starter ERA. Obviously, they're a better home team. Ryan Rocchio, 0-1 count already. Oh, 1. High, ball 1. Guardians really haven't even had a ball reach the outfield, really. When they hit a ball, it's usually just in a little soft hit ball to the infield. Over under a half RBI. Wow. 2-1 to Rocchio. Opposite field foul. 2-2. Padres deadline acquisitions. Miller, Cortez, Sears, Loriano, O'Hearn, and Fermin. Damn. 2-2 pitch. Inside. Count. Now pitch. Swing and a miss. God, this team is ass. But Stephen Vogt wanted this. Austin Hedges, who will surely do something. No, he won't. God, this team sucks, dude. 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, and 45 games for Austin Hedges. Pitch. Liner. Sit in the corner, and there's your first hit of the game coming from our backup catcher of all people. It's Austin Hedges. That's the first hit of the game for the Guards, his second double of the year. Of all people, it had to be Austin Hedges. That's just baseball. One of the worst hitters on the team gets the first hit of the game. Top of the order, Juan, Mr. Flyout. Loops it into left again, and oh yeah, of course, it's right at the left fielder. Mr. Flyout flies out again. Hey, Steven, stop hitting the ball in the air, bro. Everything he hits, in the air, in the air, in the air, in the air. Bottom 3. He's as feeble as they come right now. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, feeble, but hey, that's Stephen Vogt. That's Stephen Vogt for you. Mets fans might be worse than Cubs fans when it comes to thinking every fly ball is a home run. Yeah. Oh. Oh wow. Duran. Jaron Duran, 3-run shot. So each team has one hit here in the bottom of the third. There's the apple. Stephen Vogt is in love with platooning guys. Here's Mauricio. And then the buffers. Pitches a ball. 6 home runs, 9 RBIs, and 40 games for the third baseman, Mauricio. Okay, stupid app. How about you stop buffering? Pitch. Liner to second. Can take his time, gets the first out. Here's Francisco Alvarez, the catcher. 4 home runs, 15 RBIs on the year, 44 games. 252 average, 15 RBIs, 4 homers, 343 on base percentage. All right. Strike. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2. Here's the 0-2. Outside. 1-2 pitch to Alvarez. Not even close. Top of the order coming up next. Brandon Nimmo in the on deck circle. Pitch. Ball 3. Okay, come on, you loser. You're turning into a loser. Payoff pitch. Fly ball right field, foul. And off again. Grounder. Again, the second base. Throws over, 2 down. The reason why Brock Lesnar returned last night because John Cena want him in Cena retirement tour. Oh, Cena advocated for it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Back to the top of the order. Here's Nimmo. Strike. Nimmo 0 for 1 so far. Down here in the bottom of the third. 0-1. Strike. 0-2. Oh, 2. Oh, buries it. I'm just reading through Twitter, guys. I would tweet on my computer a lot, but the scoreboard would be going funky. I don't really want y'all to be tripped out by that. 1-2. Up high again, 2-2. Okay, Slade, I'm not going to hate on it because you're trying to change his eye level and get him guessing. Maybe you can freeze him on this pitch here. Pitch. Maybe you can freeze him. And he did freeze him. Strike 3 called. I did say he was going to freeze him. And sure enough, oh, he froze him all right. Changing his eye level. Top of the 4th. Still scoreless. Wow. It's Martinez. That's from before, right? Or is that now? Well, that is now. Okay. I thought they were showing a replay. First pitch is a strike to Martinez. And there's a hit to center. Okay, so it's like every single ball that we hit in the air, is that just going to go to a fielder? Like, damn. One down already. Here in the top of the fourth. And Ramirez to left, to right is foul. Eating area. 5-0 Houston. Oh, Sandy. Sandy's getting his ass beat. Here's the 0-2. Fly ball. Won't even get out of the damn infield. Oh my God. Can these losers hit a ball past the infield besides Austin Hedges? These guys make it seem like it's like brain surgery to hit a ball, man. God. Here's David Fry, who fouled out last time up. Pitches a strike. A 1. The hell it is. This organization is never going to be a serious one. Not even kidding. There's the 0-2 to Fry. Right up the middle. Snagged at second, and they throw him out. Yeah, we're just not even putting on an offensive game today. We're just going to hit everything to them and then, whatever. Whatever. I don't even really care. I just don't even care. Hello, Huntley? Back? Huh? Huntley's back. Okay. Tyler Snoop Huntley is back with the Browns. Interesting. Interesting. This team is just not serious. Mania might go a complete game. He probably will. It's only it's only a matter of time before Slade gives up one. This team is just so unserious in every way imaginable. Pitches outside the Lindor. Ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Pitch. Drops it in for a strike. Very top corner, part of the zone. There's a Jackie Robinson number, retired, in every stadium. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Pitch. Chopper foul. Here's the 1-2 again to Lindor. With Juan Soto on deck. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him chasing upstairs. Woo. One down. Wow. And here's Juan Soto. A loud fly out last time up. 247 average for Soto, who will be spending most likely the rest of his career with the Mets. How Nationals fans felt about that. Juan Soto staying in the division. Right? He gets to see the Nets 12 or so times a year. Pitch. Chopper foul, including 2 stops a year in DC. So that's cool. It's not like where if he was, outside the division, he'd only be there every 2 years. So that's pretty cool, I guess. It's like you still get to see him. I'm sure he still has a lot of love for DC. He won a championship there. Here's the 1-2. Pitch. Liner right past the diving second baseman that time. And there's their second hit of the game. I mean, he blasted that thing past Roquel. And he almost could have had that, though. Not going to lie. Soto talking to Santana at first base. Here's Pete Alonso. Going first. Thing about Soto is he doesn't even seem like a douchebag type of player either. Over there chatting it up with Carlos. I'll be like, man, you were starting out when I was a kid. I was in high school or whatever when you were starting out, in the major leagues. I remember when Lindor came up 2015. Now look, it's already been 10 years. Here's the 0-1. Bloops it into right field, base hit. Now we're getting bloop balled. Oh, lovely. And then a bad throw. Luckily, J-Ram was there to save it. Two straight have reached. And away we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here's McNeil. And with the way we're playing, 1 run probably wins it for the Mets here. Pitch. Fouls it off. Let's be honest. 1 run probably wins it for the Mets right here. You got to think. Because we're feeble today. It all started when I saw the lineup. I was like, oh, God, this is not going to be fun. Pitch. And he hits this to shallow right field. Jones will race in to make the catch, and there's 2 down. That'll bring up Mark Vientos. Oh, wow. Profar off a Priester. Remember, the Braves are just fresh off of that game in Tennessee, which wrapped up yesterday. So they hopped on the plane and came back to Georgia, and now they're going to try to beat on the freaking NL Central leaders. How Braves fans are taking this season, really? Do they even really care about this season? Because they know, like, yeah, this is like a blip. It's like a reset year, blip year, or whatever, and they don't really care. It's like, yeah, whatever. We're injured. Their entire starting rotation's out for a while. It's just a rough go. Cunha's out again. Yeah. I'm sure they'll be back next year. I'm sure they will. Double A ain't going to take this lying down. He'll try to build that team for next year. 1-1 count for Vientos. 0 for 1. Pitch. Did not offer. Ball 2. 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2 count. Oh, yeah, he was way off to the side of that one. Pitch. Outside. Ball 3. Pitch coming from Ciccone. Payoff pitch. Grounder to third or short. Arias will throw over, and that's the end of the inning. Ciccone escapes that one. Still scoreless going to the 5th. Manai is like just controlling our team right now. We can't even get a freaking ball past the infield besides Austin Hedges, of all people. By the way, you know what's funny? A few days ago, I did a video talking about some waiver claims that the Guardians could bring in to, juice up the pen or the lineup, the bench especially. Well, most of those guys have been signed now, and Ryan Presley has been talking to the Twins about possibly playing there. So the only one that I don't think has had anything yet is, well, Brian De La Cruz got outrighted, so he cleared waivers. Not really surprising there. Joey Weimer, I don't even know about him at this point. But man, I'm telling you, there's a couple players I had to have my eye on if they got DFA'd. I bet you we'd snatch them up. Michael Taylor and Tommy Pham. I'm willing to bet. Michael Taylor and Tommy Pham. If you're serious about making a run for the playoffs, you cannot have that waste of space in right field, Nolan Jones, getting legit at bats. You already did a good thing by sending J-Rod down, but the thing is with Nolan, he can't send him down because he has no options. I'd reduce him to a bench role. He stinks. Most home runs by active switch hitters. Santana 335, J-Ram 278, Lindor 269. And here's Santana. Fouls off the first pitch. Grounded out his first time. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. This team's so feeble, dude. Oh my God. It's still crazy to me. Only one guy on this team has a hit. And it's Austin Hedges, of all people. 0-2. Low ball one. Pitch. Hits it into right. Shallow right field. And there he is. Soto makes a catch. 1 down. Oh, this lineup is so incredibly ass. But thanks a lot, Stephen Vogt. You take out your hot hitters all because there's a lefty on the mound. I guess he did develop a little case of brain worms from Aaron Boone. Popped it up. And this will be a quick 2 out. God, dude. Here comes Nolan Jones. I call him No Launch Jones. Top of the 5th. Here's the pitch to Jones from Manaea. Pitch. Inside for a ball. Manaea at 50 pitches here in the top of the 5th. 4 2/3 away. And there's a grounder past the first baseman for a base hit. That's the Guardians' second hit of the night. Let's go. Nolan Jones getting a base hit. Once again, the bottom of the order actually kind of contributing somewhat. Can they keep it up, though? Here's Brian Rocchio. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck out his first time up. Here's the 0-1. Pitch from Manaea. I want to hit him off the foot, and that'll send him to first, and that'll put Jones at second. So the Guardians actually have 2 base runners. Is that legal? For now it is. Doesn't seem like it is, but yeah, right off the left ankle area. Oof. That'll bring up the only other guy who had a base hit today for the Guardians, Austin Hedges. Of all people. I'm gonna laugh so hard if he gets a base hit here and we score. This is like the kid that doesn't play a baseball that was forced to play by his mother. Mom, I don't want to play baseball. You will play baseball because you need to get out of the house. He'd be the kid that would be like in right field picking flowers, not even paying attention at all. 1-1 count to Hedges. It's like we're doing whatever the Mets do. That's funny. Had a double this first time up. Yeah. Here's the 1-1. Pitch. Fouls it off. Make sure that Reds game isn't on TV out here or something. I don't think it would be, but you really never know. Grounder to short. Lindor will throw it over, and there's out number 3. So we essentially are just copying the Mets at this point. Bottom 5 coming up. I've only been live for an hour. We're almost halfway through this game. I've been live for over an hour. The game's only been going for about 50 minutes or so. De La Cruz against Soroka. Okay. Ooh. Scoreless top of the first. They just got underway. That's right. Dashy goes live a half hour before the game for some reason. Heck, for his stream yesterday, the dude went live an hour before the game started. What exactly is there to do an hour before the game? Right? Like, if you like, am I even trying to hate on him? A little. Like, you watch his streams, it's like half the time he's like looking like this. This is what you see half the time with his stream. That's what he does. It's like, hello, we're over here, buddy. And this dude had the nerve to name drop me in his stream yesterday, talking about the Blue Jackets and stuff. How he was talking about the 2008 2009 season. Like, I even really gave a crap about hockey at that point. All right, so we're back for the bottom of the fifth. Mullins leads off. Like, dude, I wasn't even really giving a damn about hockey at that point. I was more baseball and football with a little bit of basketball because I was still young. But still, man, I mean, what? A one ball. And like this dude will literally come on and be like, I've been rooting for my teams for however many years. I don't care. I'm not. Yeah. You watch his streams, it's like it gives you brain mush. You guys have heard of secondhand smoke, right? Yeah. Well, watching his streams gives you secondhand brain mush. 2-1 coming to Mullins. Pitch. Strike. Cicconi's doing a decent job of moving the ball around, trying to keep these hitters off balance. But he has given up some hard ass contact. 2-2 to Mullins. Ball 3. And now Central standings. Look at that. Brewers and Cubs up top. Then the Reds are 9.5, the Cardinals 12, and the Pirates are 19.5 out. Payoff pitch from Ciccone. Ball 4. Dude, Slade, stop dabbling in the freaking, like, he's trying so hard to, like, nibble and be like Vincent Van Gogh and, like, paint the corners. Hack these fools, dude. Form a pair. Oh, well, you can't, because if you do, then you'll give up a home run to somebody. That's right. That's how we do it. Ball. My God. 1-0 count. Wow. Dingler homered? Okay. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Runner takes off, and he'll steal second with ease. Not even a throw. And now they have a runner in scoring position again. God, Austin, why don't this? Yeah. These guys suck, dude. Oh my God. Pitch. Fouls it off. This team stinks. I mean, a lot of people saw this coming way back in the offseason. Some people are even saying our downfall started when the Guardians canceled Guards Fest. That's when a lot of people are saying it. That's when the bad mojo started, the bad juju. They canceled Guard Fest. Well, they didn't cancel it. They made it like a biannual thing. Like every couple years. Like, nah, stupid, make it every year. Right? Grounder fouls it off. Make it every year. Oh, 1-0 Yankees, huh? Against Corbin? Corbin's kind of stinky. He's alright, but I mean, we all know what Corbin is. 2-2 count. 2-2 pitch. Liner right at Rocchio for the first out. Definitely giving Rocchio a workout. I swear, like every ball is almost going his way. Literally almost every hit ball is at him. That's like a check swing. I don't even think Buddy even meant to swing at that. Here's Francisco Alvarez. 0 for 1 with a ground out. Ball 1. It's funny how Slater will throw a pitch and he'll go, fix the hat, fix the hat. After every pitch, fix the hat, fix the hat. All right, here's the 1-0. Ball 2. Okay, fix the hat. Come on, Slade. Oh, there it is. Fix the hat, fix the hat. Fix the hat, fix the hat. Ooh, 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 ooh. Fix the hat, fix the hat. Fix the hat, fix the hat. Pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 to Alvarez. Oh, that was a paint job, but he caught it a ball. 3-1. Three one. Pitch. Strike. Ciccone at 72 pitches. Fix the hat. Fix the hat. All together now. Fix the hat. Fix the hat. Pitch. High fly ball. Deep center. Shy of the wall again. And there's 2 down. Another loud out for the Mets. That one took Martinez all the way to the wall. Fix the hat, fix the hat. Fix the hat, fix the hat. Ooh, ooh. Fix my hair, fix my hair. Brandon Nimmo up for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 2. Pitch. Swing and miss. Fix the hat, fix the hat. It's a good way for him, I guess, to lock in and focus. Makes sense. 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. That's a good way to stay locked in, though. You know? Fix the hat, fix the hat. Make sure the hat's secure. You don't want to lose it. Up high. Ball 1. 1-2 count for Nimmo. Fix the hat, fix the hat. Why is that so infatuating? I have no idea. 1-2. Oh, and he's hamped. Let's go. Maybe the offense can do a little something, something for us. Or they'll just continue to look as feeble as ever, and we'll continue to need Slade to cook. Top 6 coming up. Fix the hat, fix the hat. Fix the hat, fix the hat. Fix the hat, fix the hat. Juan since June 1st. 242, 314, 351, 665, and an 86 WRC plus. Jace Laviolette, MLB draft, first round pick for the Guards. They said that apparently he's not going to be joining an affiliate this year, which is kind of a bummer. But hey, it is what it is. All right, so there's a look at Manhattan, downtown Manhattan, the city that never sleeps. Pitch to Quan, outside, ball one. Quan 0 for 2 with, you guessed it, 2 flyouts. 1-0 for Manaea. Liner, base hit. Oh, what do you know? He pulls the ball and he gets a base hit. Instead of trying to go oppo with it, he just pushes it down the right field side. And there's your first leadoff hitter. No, I think, yeah, we've had a leadoff walk before, I think. But yeah, that's a leadoff hitter, leadoff base runner. Now the question is, can we take advantage of it? Maybe stack some hits together. Here's Angel Martinez. Tries to bunt. Did they say it hit him? They're saying it might have hit him. Wow. Let's see here. Oh, he hit him right in the back leg. Watch the way he had the bat kind of like this. So he didn't really go for a swing, and it hit him in the leg. So 2 on, nobody out. Here's J-Ram. Pitch. This is not a guy you want up in the situation if you're the Mets. 358 average with runners in scoring position. Fifth best behind Henderson, Bichette, Aranda, and Wilson in the AL. Tied with Byron Buxton, who of course is injured. Again. Here's the 1-0 to J-Ram. Pitch. Outside, 2-0. Juan at second, pitch. Fouls it off. A lot of his pitches from Manaea seem like they go upstairs. And that's what induces a lot of these soft flyouts. Wouldn't be shocked if we just got 3 straight outs here. Or like a double play of some stupid proportion. This team isn't really that great at generating runs this way. 2-1. Throw to second. Got back in time. No problem. 6-3 Detroit. 6-0 Houston. Wow. Here's the 2-1, the J-Ram. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Pitch to Ramirez, the 2-2. Fly ball to right field. Deep, but not deep enough. Soto will make the catch. Quan will scamper to third. First time I think either team has had a base runner. What's up, Hikari? Says, please, Guardian beat the Nets. The Nets? You mean the Mets? But yeah, try our best. We shall try our best. Yes, we will. But we may not succeed. Here's David Fry. 0 for 2 with a foul out and a ground out. Guardians have a chance to do something they haven't really had many chances to do yet. That is score a run. Here in the top of the 6th. Knowing who's coming up in the bottom of the 6th, you could definitely get some runs. Pitch is a wild pitch. Oh, and he threw the ball away. Kwan, you should have waited. Should have hesied. Minaya or Alvarez or whoever was back there threw the ball back to, I think it was someone, who was it that threw that ball back? So Alvarez goes to get it. He throws to Minaya, but he misses, and Kwan wasn't paying attention. That's where you stop. Well, he fully committed to going back. Not really mad about that. Would have been a cheesy way to score, but by the way, it's first and second now. It's second and third with only one out. There we go. Okay. 1-0 count for Fry. Let's see, just past Alvarez's glove. He probably could have scored, but with the bricks back there, hard to say. Why don't you squander this chance, too? Best chance we've had all night. Pitch. Fouls it off. These losers foul off. They could foul off a meatball. Not even kidding. 1-1 count. Kwan at third. Martinez at second. 1-1. Oh, 2-1. I'll take a sac fly right here. Not gonna lie, I'll take a sac fly. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Come on, David. That would have been a pop-up. 2-2. High and in. Full count. I'll happily take a sac fly right here. I will happily take a sac fly. Any day of the week. Off pitch to Fry. And it's hit to left, but foul. Got a good pitch to hit. Just drove it a little too far left. That was middle in. Pitch. Hits it to right field. That's going to score a run. 1 run scores. That's Kwan. And it'll be first and third with 1 out. Guardians strike first. Hell yeah. That's my David Fry. Whoop, I don't want to do that one. We're a away team today. That's my David Fry. Oh, that's my Fry. Man, one of my favorite YouTube content creators that I've started to follow recently isn't even a Guardians fan. He's a Yankee fan. But he kind of gives off that real fan vibe, He ain't gonna BS you. He's freaking hilarious. Pitch. And there's Santana to right field. Another one's gonna score. And it's first and second, 1 down. Guardians are cooking in Queens. 2-0. Oh, yeah. That's my old man. Run, you old man. Okay, I'll stop doing, what he does, his mannerisms. That's his thing. Not gonna. Oh, you're just trying to mooch off him, you freaking, you mook, you scrub. It's just so. Shout out to Bad Dog too, because he actually started mentioning him in his channel. And it's like, oh, check him out. Turns out he's actually dope. They already got Brooks Raley warming up in the pen. Here's Gabriel Arias, 0 for 2. Pitch. Strike. Pitch. And Arias! Deep left center! And that one is gone. Well, Gabriel Arias, 3-run home run, 5-0 Guardians. Just all of a sudden, offense says, hi, we're here. Ding, ding. Wow. To deep left center. Wow. We're already to the number 7 hitter. Another game where the bottom of the order is doing damage. Love to see it. Here's the 1-0 to Jones. Swing and a miss. Man, I'll tell you what, Gabe has been fantastic. Maybe you should do the freaking shout out to NYY Underground though, but I start doing his mannerisms and we start hitting like we're the Yankees. No, I'm not gonna do that. No, that's his thing. Pitch. Side 2-2. That's my Gabby. Oh, yep, that's my guy. Here's the 2-2. All three. Browns just signed Taylor Huntley. Yeah, I saw that. Tyler Huntley, yep. 440. My God, it's a freaking nuke. Payoff pitch to Jones. The hair too, Gabby, by the way. Up and in on him. And they're going to say foul ball? Yeah, foul ball. Okay. Yeah. Some people might have said he swung, but I think he fouled it off. Nice pose afterwards, too. Nice pose. Strike a pose. Pose. Strike a pose, Nolan. Strike a pose. Ooh. Hey, Nolan, strike a pose. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Yeah, he's still ass. Buzzkill. Buzz Killington. Man, Gabe hit an absolute moonshot. Wow. Here's Brian Rocchio, 0 for 1. I believe he was hit by a pitch last time up. 0-1. Oh, strike. Liner, base hit for Rocchio. What do they say? Rocchio, ah. Yeah. And here comes Mendoza. He's like, I've had enough. We're done here. Giving up base hits to Austin Hedges and Brian Wilkie. That's tough. Nick Lodolo leaves the game on Monday. Tough. Yeah, people are getting worked up over Tyler Huntley. It's like, to be fair, Kenny and Dylan are hurt. All you have is Joe Flacco and Shador. You need another starter to go with Joe and Shador. Most likely that'll mean Shador gets a lot more second, maybe even some first team reps. Joe's not going to play a lot in the preseason. I'm kind of hoping on Friday against tomorrow. I'm actually going to do my preview video, by the way, for the game against the Panthers. And I'm kind of hoping that we see a lot of Shador. I'm hoping if Joe doesn't get reps, I'm hoping we see a ton of Shador. And hopefully he cooks. Oh, God. Hit, strike a pose. Strike a pose. Nolan. Strike a pose. Whoa, what the heck? Oh, I get it. Holy Trinity of scoreboard spellings. Hoop and homo. Houston, Miami. You get the homo scoreboard. Okay. Wow. All right. What? Hey, yo. Okay, I don't know what that guy's doing. I don't know what is that thing on his head. Okay. It's Austin Hedges against Brooks Raley. So yeah, Mania goes 5 2/3, gives up 5 runs. Guardians up 5-0. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Six games, 1-0 record, 5 1/3 innings, 3 walks, 3 Ks, and a 158 opponent average. None of the 3 inherited runners have scored this year. So not good for Brian. 0-2 to Hedges. Pitch. And he strikes out. Surprised? No. But Guardians add 5, courtesy of a couple good hits, and then the 3-run nuke by Gabriel Arias, of all people. And we go to the bottom of the 6th, up 5-0. What was that? Oh, Uncrustables. You really hit that thing 440. From Ciccone to Lindor. Ciccone himself is at 78 pitches now. Damn dog I have will not shut his mouth. Pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Don't know what his problem is, but he has to let everyone know about it. Here's the 0-2 coming to Lindor. Pitch. Swing, and he might have bounced it, but it doesn't matter because, yeah, Lindor reaches on a wild pitch. God, he learned from Bo Naylor in that department. Not being able to block the damn ball. He bounced it right in front of the glove. But that's where you just throw your entire body. Why are our catchers so damn lazy when it comes to, oh no, the ball bounced? Some catchers will literally throw their entire body in front of it. They're like, nope, not this loser. He's normally been pretty good at that. But not that time. Here's the 0-1 from Ciccone. Swing and a miss. So here's the pitch. Grounder right past Rocchio. And Lindor will go to third. First and third, nobody out. And here we go. Get a big lead. We already know what happens now. Meltdown. Happens all the time. All the time. A meltdown. We already know. We get a big lead and then poof, it's gone. Because we already know. That's what we do. We can't hold a lead. These pitchers forget how to pitch. Pitch. And there it is. Alonso deep left at the wall, and it's gone. Well, good job, guys. You just blew like 2/3 of the lead in literally 3 batters. Yep. I mean, we were expecting it. This team forgets how to pitch when they get a lead. Always. They get a lead. Nope, can't do it. Nope. Nope. Every time they cannot hold a damn lead. Rocchio and Hedges are the main reason for this, too. They forget their gloves in the dugout or something. God. Pitch. Fouled off by McNeil. And it's 5-3, just like that. Didn't even get a damn out. Freaking losers forget their gloves. Here's the 0-1. Ball 1. This team does this all the time. Not even surprised. Pitch. Ball 2. And the thing is, Austin's usually been very good about, blocking the ball. That was out number 1, remember? Pitch. Inside, 3-1. Remember, that was supposed to be out number 1. He struck out Lindor. And then would have been a ground out to Rocchio, but I can't do with the ball go. Duh. Freaking loser ass team, dude. 3-1. Hits it to right. Jones is there. Little jumping catch. Out number one. Not even surprised. I am the least bit surprised. This team, it's like they're shocked they have a lead. They're like, oh my God, we have a lead? And now they have Nick Enright warming up. Someone needs to, like, be like, yo, guys, honestly, I'd be the worst at a game. I'd be like, hey, guys, hey, pitchers, when we get a lead, the objective is to hold the lead. Blow it. Pitch outside. Ball two. Ball three. 3-0. Ciccone at 93 pitches. 3-0 pitch. Strike. Oh my God, that was just a nightmare inning. 3-1. Grounder to third. J Ram gathers and throws, and that's 2 down. Not even surprised. They do this all the time. But of course, who would have guessed? 2 blunders on defense lead to runs. Swing and a miss by Mullins. Guardians 5, Rocchio's defense 3. Yeah, that Rocchio makes the play there. It's probably a double play, you'd have to figure. 2 worst players on this team, by far. Wow. Here's the 0-2 to Mullins. Pitch. Up high, ball one. It's all about just limiting the damage at this point, getting us back to the plate, and hopefully we can do some damage. Some more damage, I should say. Pitch. Grounder to first. Slight bobble, but he beats him to the bag. And there's your third out. So right on the 99th pitch of the night for Ciccone, that retires the side. Top of the 7th coming up. Brian Rocchio. Like I said, Brian, your days as our second baseman are numbered. Gabe is better than you, bro. He's way better. I know I get on Gabe a lot, but when Gabe is locked in, he's actually pretty good. Not gonna hate it. I'm not gonna lie. When Gabe is locked in mentally at the plate, oh, it's good. He's got good range on the field, good glove. He derps every once in a while, but everyone derps really at this point. But for the most part, he's a good fielder. His bat is up and down. I don't hate Gabe as much as I hate Brian Rocchio, though. And at least if you're Gabe, you know that you're pretty much safe as long as you play well. If you're Brian, you know your replacement's cooking in the minors right now. Crevis Bazana comes up to the majors. Nobody's blocking him. He's a #1 overall pick. Nobody's blocking him. Swear we can't have any fun anymore, man. Up 5-0 and poop ourselves. Rogers is now in for the Mets. The one of the new acquisitions on the mound. Got him from the Giants. His brother Taylor is now with the Cubs now, I think. 0-1 count for Quan. A single and a run for the left fielder. Here's the 0-1 count. Pitch is a bunt, but foul. If you're just tuning in, Guardians are up 5-0. But yeah, Tyler Rogers, 54 games, 4-3 with San Fran and the Mets so far, 1.76 ERA, 51 innings, 4 walks, 38 Ks, and a 2.13 opponent average. 8-2 Houston. Holy crap. Liner foul. 0-2 now again for Quan. 11-3 Philly. Gee whiz. Here's the 0-2 to Quan. Pitch. Liner foul down the first base side. Here's the 0-2. Pitch. Blooper into left. That's going to get in the gap. And that's a leadoff base runner once again for the Guardians. Wow. Another inning with a leadoff base runner. It's crazy what happens when you actually can get on base consistently. Good job, Steve. Steven Kwan. You see the arm angle by Rogers. I mean, his arm is practically almost brushing the dirt. It goes so low. Pitch to Martinez, the first pitch. Outside and low, ball 1. Look at that. That's crazy, isn't it? Isn't it? 1-0. Pitch. Outside. 2-0. Hit by a pitch and then scored. Here's the 2-0. Chopper foul. Two 2-1 pitch coming up from Rogers. Pitch. Outside. Ball 3. Cardinals and Dodgers. Coming up later on. There's the Shea thing up top. 3-1 pitch. Chopper fouls it again. Runner on first, nobody out. The Guardians are winning for now. You know how this team is. It's going to be even more stressful without Class A. Grounder to second. Juan will take second base, and that's out number 1. There. That'll bring up Jose Ramirez. Hitless so far today. 0 for 3. You know he's itching for a big hit here. Fly out last at bat. Pitch. Strike. 1 count. Inside on him. 1-1. One pitch to Ramirez. Grounder to second again. That was 2 down, and that'll move Kwan to third. Minaya was taken out right after we scored the 5 runs. He gave up the 3-run homer, and then Mendoza was like, "Yep, that's enough. I'm done with this guy. He's coming out." So that's why it's Tyler Rogers right now. Here's David Fry, surprisingly getting an at-bat, not Kyle. Of course, he's going to save Kyle for when he has to face, if he has to face like Edwin Diaz. Of course. Because that's exactly what he would do. God forbid. Hopefully, we don't even have to face Edwin Diaz. Just get this extra run here and, get another run back. Hopefully, have a good inning on the mound, and then get back to the plate for the 8th. 1-2 to Fry. Pitch. Outside. 1-2. Oh, watch out. They've really let David Fry get an at-bat against a righty. It's hilarious at this point. Pitch is fouled off. 3-1 Yankees now, by the way. Over the Rangers. Somewhere over the Rangers. Pitch is fouled off again. One, two, one around third. Swing and a miss. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, why is David Fry up? He's essentially holding us back because he can only DH. He can only DH because elbow surgery. Are we really in a position to have a guy who can only DH? No. I would have honestly had him, cook a little bit more in AAA. Make sure he's ready. Ironically, it's like we put fries in the oven for like 5 minutes, expecting them to be ready right out of the freezer, which is essentially where David Fry was. Put him on ice for a couple months. Put him in the microwave for a few minutes, and then these are good. No, they suck. The crazy thing is about that inning where we gave up 3 runs, that wasn't even on Slade. Your infielder should have been able to get that ball, but he let it get past him, and 3 runs scored. This pitching staff is so good at giving up response runs. If Kangaroo Court was still around in the leagues and stuff, on these teams, I'd be like, every time we give up response runs, put $5 in the jar. We'd have enough money to freaking buy the team after all that's done. But of course, after that, you donate to charity. Man, whatever charity would get that money would be making bank. All right, bottom 7 coming up here. Yeah, just maintain the lead. Just essentially what we love to do. We turtle up, offense goes withering away, and we need to rely on pitching, which is always a good idea. As Eric Sabrowski, the lefty, is now in. I think it would have been Nate, but they went with Sabrowski here for the bottom of the 7th. Facing the bottom of the order, it's Starling Marte. Pinch hitting. Swing and a miss. Here's the 0-1. Fouls it off, 0-2. 22 pitches on August 2nd, 11 on August 1st. Hadn't pitched besides that in this last 7 days. Only pitched twice. Pitch. 1-2. I like Eric Sabrowski. 4 homers, 21 RBIs for Starling. 64 games, 276 average, 356 on base. Here's the 1-2. Grounder fouls it off, stays alive. Yeah. No, he's not going back in, Steph. Nope. He's done. He's done for the night. I've heard that's been like a problem for the Mets. Their starters getting length. It's been a problem. Kind of reminds me of the Guardians. Was it last year? Not them. 1 down. That's been a problem for us for a while. Oh, there we go. That was a problem for us for a little while. Just not being able to go deep in the games. That'll wear out a bullpen, no matter how good it is. Jacob Mizorowski, a 15-day IL with left tibia contusion. 4-1, 270 ERA. 67 and 44 for the Brewers, first in the Central, 2 games ahead of the Cubs. As of now. Here's the 9-hitter Alvarez, 0 for 2. Ball inside. Here's the 1-0. Pitch. Almost chased it. A ground out and a fly out for Francisco Alvarez. Swing, and he popped it up sky high and just past the infield. Arias makes the catch, looking into the stars. And there's 2 down. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Brandon Nimmo, top of the order. Which means we get the jaws of the enemy in the 8th. Ooh. Lindor, Soto, and Alonso in the 8th. Oh, joy. Pitch. Strike. And I'd assume they're going to be facing Gaddis. That's if we get out of this inning here. Pitch. Nope. 1. One pitch to Nimmo. Pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. There's Rick Manning and Matt Underwood. Outside. Two count for Nimmo. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Eric Sabrowski, low-key, is a weapon in the pen. And love to see it. We go to the 8th, up 5-3. My main worry is facing the 2, 3, 4, and the 8 in the bottom of the inning. Eric Sabrowski is so good. I mean, he's such a good arm out of the pen. Andrew Walters was probably right up there too, but I think he hurt his lat muscle in his shoulder area in a game earlier this year, and that really sucked. But injuries just overall suck. If I had a nickel for every time Rocchio made a crucial error against a team with Juan Soto on it, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happened twice. Yeah, that is weird, isn't it? Great shoulder discomfort for Soroka. Really gonna blame Slade because you should have been able to get 2 outs, right? You struck out Lindor. You struck him out. And then against Soto, ball goes right to Rocchio. He lets it get past him. There's a look outside City Field. And we have another new pitcher on the mound for the Mets. It'll be Reed Garrett. 46 games, 3-4 record, 2.62 ERA, 44 and 2/3 innings, 22 walks, 51 Ks, and a 195 opponent average. He'll face the 5, 6, 7 hitters in the lineup. Here's Santana. Pitch. Fouls off the first pitch he sees. Brett Beatty goes to third. He's in for Mauricio. 0-1. Strike. Yeah. Sorry, no, Beatty, yeah, replaces Marte, batting 8th, playing 3rd. So yeah, Mauricio was pinch hit for by yeah, Marte. Okay. Uh Damn. And then Beatty comes in for defense. Ball bounced it. But yeah, Hedges letting that ball get past him on that 3rd strike. That would have been out number 1. And then, of course, if Rocchio isn't a scrub at second, one time, he gets Soto. There's 2. And Santana high fly ball. And it's at the wall, just shy of the wall. Oh my goodness, Los. Couldn't even bounce it off the wall. What is the organization of that meme? It is weird that it happened twice. Origination? I don't know. I don't know it was a meme. I was just reading someone on Twitter. That's all. So 1 down. Here's Gabriel Arias. Had the 3-run homer last time up to put us up 5-0. Would it be funny if he did it again? 8 homers now, 37 RBIs for Arias. Had a trade in the NFL. Jacorian Bennett to Philly for Thomas Booker. 13 multi RBI games this season, tied for most on the team with Ramirez. Believe it or not. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 2-1 Cubbies, top 5. By the way, for anyone who cares. Oh. All right, here's the 1-2. Pitch. Ball bounced it. Okay, 1 for 3 is Arias with that home run. Pitch outside, full count. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Yeah, of course. Like I said, he's still better than Brian, but he's still meh. He is definitely not on Lindor level. Better than Brian, but that's not saying much. 12-3 Philly. My God. Rodriguez for the O's. Yeesh. Swing and a miss for Nolan Jones. This dude sucks, man. 1 for 3 on the evening. Here's the 0-1 for Nolan Jones. Swing and a miss. Here's the 0-2 to Jones. Pitch. Swing and a miss. You gotta get rid of this dude. You have to. This dude sucks. Swinging at 3 pitches that are not even in the zone. You could roll them like a bowling ball, and this loser would still swing at him. So it'll be the 2, 3, 4 hitters in the lineup: Lindor, Soto, and Alonso. Due up against the Guardians. This is the part of the order that got the Mets on the board and made it 5-3 because of lovely defensive miscues, which they took advantage of. And it'll be Hunter Gaddis on the mound for the Guardians in the 8th. Should really be 5-0, but you know, surprise, surprise. Austin Hedges forgot his ability to block a ball as a catcher. He went Bo Naylor for a second there. And then, of course, Brian Wilkie will let one get past him. It's been a while since he derped like that. If I was ever asked by a Yankee fan, would I rather have Volpe or Rocchio? I'd be like, man, give me Volpe every day of the week. Because I feel like Volpe in a smaller market where there's not a lot of pressure on him, he'd probably do better. Because I think with Volpe, he's more scared of like doing anything bad, because if he does something bad, it's like, oh, they're gonna yell at me. Look at Gleyber Torres in Detroit. He's doing pretty well for himself, I'd say. So yeah, Hunter Gaddis has been pretty busy. 15 pitches on July 28th, 12 on July 30th, 8 on August 1st, 15 on August 2nd. And he did not pitch yesterday because we were losing. Here's the pitch to Lindor. Strike. 0-1. 0 for 3 with a strikeout. But of course, Hedges couldn't block the damn ball. Pitch. Ball. Nine home runs in the 7th inning or later for Frankie. 36 RBIs as well. Pitch. Blue base hit into center field. Here comes Soto. I was thinking trading Laureano and O'Hearn. Well, they had to get stuff back, I guess. I'm loving this when the Rangers play the Yankees. Oh, yeah? Weren't you guys losing? Or did you guys come back? Oh, my goodness. Pitch. 1-0 to Soto. Pitch. 2-0. Come on, Gaddis, you freaking scrub. God, these pitchers turn the man. On most teams, this dude would not be a setup man. Pitch. Fly ball into center. That'll get Lindor to third. And it's the same exact spot that they were in when they scored 3. And here comes Pete Alonso, who hit the 3-run blast to get him on the board. These losers can't even get a damn out. Again, same exact situation. Because we don't have guys who can get outs in the back end of the pen. We would have been great if our closer wasn't a gambler. If he didn't dip his fingers in the gambling, this would be Cade Smith right now, probably. Oh my God. 251 home runs in Mets history. One behind Darryl Strawberry. Alonso 3 for 3. Pitch from Gaddis. Liner, base hit down the left field side. It's a 1-run ball game. Can we just like DFA Gaddis and actually be a serious team for once? Or is that just not going to happen? Even Hunter Gaddis is literal ass. Hunter Gaddis sucks, dude. He's gonna blow this complete game because of our lovely bullpen. Again. And a base hit into right field. That'll be a bases loaded. Yeah, thanks, Class A. Yep. Well, Mark Vientos is coming up. Come on, Dynasty! You're almost done choking the game, you bum. Trim your freaking beard and cut your hair, bro. Want to be Duck Dynasty looking loser, dude. He wants to be Duck Dynasty so damn bad, dude. 5-4, nobody out. Pitch is a strike. It would be so Guardians to have the lead, 5-0, feeling good, and then completely just implode. It's what we do. It's what we do. Pitch. Strike. Just waiting on the implosion. Here's the 0-2 to Vientos. Pitch. Fouls it off. Oh yeah, Matt Festa's warming up. Oh, I can't wait for Matt Festa. Bum-ass. Here's the 0-2. Fly ball for Vientos, deep center, and this will tie the game. Gets the out, but we're tied at 5. Gave up 5 runs in a few innings. Good job, Bullpen. Of course, they had to go to Hunter Gad ass to try to save this game, but honestly, it shouldn't have even been this. If our catcher wasn't wasn't a turd, that would have been good. And then if we didn't have a loser at shortstop or second base, happens every time. In New York, doesn't matter. Queens or the Bronx, this happens every time. Even won the Mullins. Runner scored 10 of 19 times for Cedric. Here's the 1-1. Fouls it off. Who's even going to be up for us in the 9th anyway? Pitch. Grounder. Snagged. Tossed. 2 down. Well, our freaking lovely catcher and infielder are ass. That's how they scored 3. And then Hunter Gad ass literally sucks butt cheeks. So, yeah, couldn't even get an out. All right, so Nolan Jones was the last out last inning. Oh, Rocchio, Hedges, and Kwan. As here comes old Matt Fester. 2 on, 2 out. He'll face Brett Beatty. How were we up? Somehow we were able to score a couple big runs on some base hits, and then Gabriel Arias 3-run blast. But as you guys know by now, this team hates being up by a lot. They just don't like it. What they need to do is they need to put a choking hazard label on this bullpen. Because I swear it chokes so damn hard, bro. Chokes so hard. Like people in this group chat are talking about the gambling ring. Wouldn't be surprised if Vogt was the main guy in the gambling ring. The way he be selling these games. It's Matt. What's no? It's Cade Smith. It's Cade Smith, not Festa. He hasn't pitched in 3 days. 23 pitches on August 21st, 10 on July 30th, 22 on July 28th. Runners on second and third. Yeah, the broadcast said Festa was coming in. He must have switched up. Interesting. Here's the pitch to Beatty. Problem is, bottom of the 9th would be the 9-1-2 hitters. If we get this out. 1-0. Pitch. Swing and they pop up. Out of play. Like, you know damn well this would have been Class A coming in the ninth if we needed him. Pitch. Grounder to second. Rocchio over to first, and we get out of that jam. But not before the Mets tie the game. Because Hunter Gaddis, a.k.a. Duck Dynasty, Mr. Wannabe Duck Dynasty looking loser dude. Swear, he looks like he belongs on Duck Dynasty. Completely imploded. He's not a setup man. He's not. He's not an eighth inning guy. But you know, this team is unserious. I would make Eric Sabrowski the eighth inning guy. Yeah. But that's just me, though. Eric is so disgusting. I would make him the eighth inning guy. Not kidding. Well, we'll see what we get in the ninth. It'll be Rocchio, Hedges, and Kwan due up, but I assume they'll probably pinch hit for Hedges. Top 9 coming up. It's probably going to be Diaz in the game, I'm assuming. Yep, it'll be Diaz. Every time we play in New York, in Queens, this happens. I think I saw a stat where the Guardians or the Indians haven't won in Queens since 2004. Now, mind you, last year I think we swept or took 2 out of 3 from the Mets at home, because that was right before they were ass when they came to town, before Grimace showed up. Remember that? Yeah, they came to Cleveland and we kicked their butt, because that was when Andres hit the homer and he kissed his jersey. But there's the look at the 8th inning. The flip. Nice snag by Rocchio there. Hella good snag. Here's the pitch. Strike. 43 games, 5-1 record, 144 ERA, 23 saves out of 25 opportunities, 43 and 2/3 innings for Mr. Diaz. Again, in the bottom of the ninth, it'll be the 9-1-2 hitters. Due up. Alvarez, Nimmo, and Lindor. Pitch. Grounder past the diving third baseman, and the Guardians have their leadoff hitter on board once again. Edwin Diaz is currently in the game. Yep. Just off the end of the bat, too. Wow. And now we're going to get a pinch hitter, and it'll be Kyle Manzardo pinch hitting for Hedges, not Bo. Interesting choice. Pitch. Fouled it off. Now you'll have the 1, 2, 3 hitters following Kyle. I wonder if they're going to make Kyle the DH for David. 0-1. Pitch. Hop high. 1-1 count. Oh, wow. Stanton off of Gray? Sheesh. 1-1. Pitches, throw, strike. Nope. And Rocchio steals second. He's going to go to third, and he'll get in there. Wow. Look at Brian Rocchio with the wheels. Now all of a sudden the Guardians have the go-ahead run at third base. Wow. Alvarez threw the ball in the center field. Third stolen base of the year. Pitch. Foul. Runner scored 11 of 20 times with a runner on third and less than 2 outs for Kyle. I'll take a sac fly here. 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Yeah, watch us find a way to not score here. Pitch is low. Two count. There's Stephen Kwan on deck. Kwan's actually got a couple big hits today. Here's the 2-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Yeah, okay, Kyle. Oh, Kyle again. You know, he had those few little flashes. Now he's back to being Kyle. Not totally Kyle. Not totally Kyle. Hey, Steven, are we hitting the Kwan? Are we hitting the Kwan? Hit the Kwan. Hit the Kwan. Hit the Kwan. Hit the Kwan. I'll take a sac fly right here, but I'll take a base hit even more. Hmm. 2 for 4. Runners scored 18 of 20 times. I'll take anything like a fly ball to the outfield or anything. Base hit, fly ball, whatever. There's Stephen Vogt. Pitch. Popped up on the first pitch he sees. And there's 2 down. This dude's a loser. This dude is a loser. You get a runner at third, nobody out, and they're going to freaking squander it. Again. Why? Because this team is Feeble. And it'll be Daniel Schneemann pinch hitting here for David Fry, I believe. No, it's for Anna Martinez. Yeah, for Martinez. Going to get walked off. I can already see it here. Pitch outside. I can already see it. We're getting walked off. These guys are such losers, dude. 5-0. They forget how to play ball. Feeble ass team. Runner at third, nobody out. Can't bring him home. Only the Guardians can figure that out. You know? Only the Guardians can figure out how to do that. And they do it quite well, too. Pitch. Rocco even got the third base. But these losers don't know how to get him home. 2-2 count for Schneemann. J-Ram on deck. Pitch. Swing and a grounder. Foul. Really nice when your number one hitter is a freaking feeble noodle bat loser. God, he's even more noodle bat than anybody. Mr. Flyout. Started hitting the ball better, and then back to being Mr. Flyout. Swing and a miss. And we go to the bottom of the ninth, and we're probably going to get walked off because this team is so freaking feeble. Yep, I can already see it now. We're probably going to get walked off. From being up 5-0 to being tied. Because feeble, that's why. Feeble. Great situational hitting, losers. Keep playing your video games and doing your trendy ass videos on Twitter and stuff. Weak ass team. It'll be Alvarez, Nimmo, and Lindor do up. Which means even if we get to extras, we would have to face Soto, Alonso, and then, yeah, with Lindor on second. If it even makes it that far. The Guardians are so feeble, we could get to extras and not even score. Cade Smith will stay in for the ninth. This team just loves being feeble. They really do. They are so very, very feeble, man. They have no clutch at all. No clutch gene at all on the road. Other teams watch him and they're like, well, actually, we're happy we didn't trade for him. This dude stinks. All Quan does is fly out. He tries to be, Stephen Bonds, but he doesn't have the power batting. He needs to just accept he's not a power hitter. He's a slap hitter. He's a guy that you want on base for the guys behind you, especially J-Ram, who's a multi-time MVP finalist. Your objective should be to get on base for him. Well, let's see what happens here. It'll be Alvarez leading off. Pitch to Alvarez is a strike. Naylor behind the plate. Schneemann now in center field. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Two. Grounder. Base hit. Winning runs on first. Traded Quan. This dude has sucked badly most of the season. I don't know what gives with him. He hits a few good fly balls and then he thinks he's Barry Bonds. Try and hit everything in the air. He actually started hitting the ball on the ground on those 2 hits and then back to being a fly ball pitcher. Fly ball hitter. You already know they're going to walk freaking J-Ram if they get to extras. They're not facing J-Ram. Hell no. How the hell would they want to face J-Ram? Pitch. Ball. Oh, man. 1-0 pitch to Nimmo. Could really use a double play right here. Especially with, you-know-who on deck. 1-0 count. Wow, Padres trade additions. They went crazy in the deadline. Which they should have. That's AJ Preller. Outside 2-0. This team literally cannot even be 2 games over 500. They cannot have a lead in anything. 500. They immediately flop and they go back to 500 or they give a lead up. They can't have anything. And again, I said earlier, It's all because they canceled Guards Fest. That's what it is. All because they canceled Guards Fest. That was the start of this bad juju. Pitch. Outside to 3-1. That was where this bad juju originated. Guards Fest. They made it like a biannual thing. Bi-yearly or whatever. Like every couple years. Players enjoyed it. Fans loved it. But no, let's get rid of it. Classic Guards. And then look what happened. They made us pay for it. Like, you're going to get rid of an event the fans loved? I'm going to make you pay. Prepared for mediocrity. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. First out of the inning. This is the way we do. And then, of course, if you're wondering, hey, where's Class A at? Oh, he's probably out doing a parlay of some sort. Gamble, 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 gamble. Probably putting parlays out and everything. Freaking loser. Mush brain loser, dude. First pitch is a check swing. First pitch, strike 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Right down the damn near middle, base hit into right field. Taylor will go to third. Lindor will go to second. And you already know they're going to walk Soto. So now they're going to load the bases for Pete Alonso. I love having a closer who can't close. Shouldn't be feeling, oh my God, But no, that's just the way it is. A closer who can't close. Freaking Cade Smith. Is he really a closer at this point? I don't know. He's had a hell of a time closing games. He's blown more games than closed them, seemingly. Pitch inside. He somehow weasels his way out of this. I'd be shocked. 1-0 to Alonso. Swing and a miss. Obviously, there's nowhere to put him. Slade actually gave us some pretty good innings. Swing and a miss, 1-2. He gave us some fantastic innings. His defense just did him in. Pitcher couldn't smother a ball. He took after Bo Naylor one time, and then Brian Rocchio let a ball get past him, and then Pete Alonso hit a nuke off him. Here's the 1-2. Fouls it off. Arias 16-game hitting streak. Damn. Against 5. 1-2. Side. 2-2 count. Uh, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a foul tip. 2 down. Huh. And here comes Jeff McNeil. Got to make make Cade feel a little bit better. He can actually attack. I forgot Sarbaugh's the third base coach in New York now. Wow. 5 RBIs in the ninth inning or later, 320 average for McNeil. I must say big. Here's the 0-1. Blooper right at Arias, and that'll retire the side. And somehow the Guardians got out of that without giving up a run. But, giving up the winning run, of course. Yeah. What's up, Colin? Phillies fan coming in peace. I feel ya. I feel ya. You guys want the Mets to lose. I feel you there. It's all good. I welcome fans of other fan bases simply because, it's what we do here. I welcome fans of other fan bases as long as you don't troll or, create a negative aura around the stream. What time will the game be over if it goes into overtime? Well, it could be over in the next 15 minutes. It could be over in the next 3 hours. Hard to say. This game could go 10 innings or even 15. It's hard to really say. Guardians will have J-Ram due up with Daniel Schneemann on second. I was going to say, wouldn't they pinch hit David? But I don't know. I have a feeling they're just going to walk J-Ram. They're not going to deal with him. They're not dealing with J-Ram. This game really should have been over. New pitcher on the mound for the Mets. It's Ryan Helsley, their new guy. 37 games, 3-1 record, 2.92 ERA, 21 of 26 saves, 37 innings, 14 walks, 44 Ks. 1 game with the Mets, 1 inning, 0 runs. Luis Torrens is now behind the plate, catching. After they pinch hit for Alvarez. There's Schneemann on second. You have to wonder, are they going to face J-Ram? No, they're not. I figured they wouldn't. Jealous y'all got Quan? Yeah, I mean, on Twitter, their fans were, Philly fans wanted Quan the most, I think, of any fan base. So here is David Fry. 1 for 4 with an RBI single and a run, facing Ryan Helsley. First and second, nobody out. The first pitch, a bunt. And is going to throw to second. Ball gets away, and the runner's going to come home and score. Guardians take a 6-5 lead. And here comes Soto running in. 6-5, and it was just a little bunt. Just a little bunt. Oh, no. Juan, he just batted last inning. So it's second and third. Oh, no. Meet the Mets. Nobody out. Oh, no, Frankie. Frankie. Oh, no. Beatty. So second and third. Nobody out. And they got CJ Kafis pinch running on second. And here's old man Los. Pitch from Helsley. Clips it off. David Fry, successful bunt. Wow. Grounder. Grounder does not move, though. It's pretty smart. pretty smart. The ball didn't really go anywhere, and Ramirez is a good base runner, but here's Gabriel Arias, who already had a 3-run homer earlier today to put us up 5-0. Pitch inside, ball one. Versus the routine bunt. Yeah, Jalen was pretty smart. He's like, come on, you old man. Damn you. Pitch. And Arias, right field. And that is plenty deep. That'll get a run home. Ramirez will score 7-5 Guards. He hit that pretty far, too. And the runner goes to third with 2 down. So good job, Gabe. You know, productive at bat. Yeah, productive at bat. Ooh. Pitch is a strike to Nolan Jones. Thank God we scored already. A single in the 5th for Nolan. 0-1 count. Pitch. Outside. Nolan Jones, get a base hit or you're done. You're gone. His leash has got to be so short at this point. Fly. Oh, this won't even get out of the infield. And now to retire the side. Guardians up 2. Bottom 10. FTM, FTM, FTM. Philly fans are just be like, please, Guards, just one time. Now we'll probably get Cade Smith for a serious save this time. Unless they go Matt Fester. I don't even know who's going to be closing this game for us. And of course, they will have a runner on second. Get Quan the hell out of here. Well, he can hit. He's just not good at it right now. FTM, FTM, FTM. This is where I wish we would have had a demon like Duran. You know, Phillies fans, you guys got yourself a dog. Being a Guardian fan, I had to watch Duran against my team for many years. He is probably one of the nastiest closers in the major leagues. Class A was up there. So it'll be Nick Enright in for the close. 25 pitches on July 30th, 8 on August 1st, and 11 on August 2nd. Jeff McNeil will start off on second base. First pitch is a foul for Vientos. Vientos. Sack fly in the 8th. Here's the 0-1. Pitch. Grounder to short. Bobbled. Throws. Got him. Wow, what a throw by Arias. And what a snag by Santana. That's kind of why I'm happy Santana's at first base. Good guy. Guy loved gambling a little too much. Yeah, he was doing a little gambling. We do a little gambling, you know. Do a little gamble. Gambling on his career. So 1 out. Runner still on second. Here's Cedric Mullins. First pitch strike. 0 for 3. A walk and a stolen base for Cedric. Here's the 0-1. Ball. Come on, Nick. Someone said Nick at night. That's funny. That's a good nickname for him. Nick at night. Which is a strike. Beatty on deck and then Torrens. 1-2 count. Pitch. Up high. 2-2. Nick at night. I like that nickname. Oh my God. Low ball 3. And here's the payoff. Ball into right field. Caught by Jones. 2 down. And it'll all come down to Brett Beatty. Neil's still standing on second. Like, come on, man. It'll all come down to the number 8 hitter, Brett Beatty. Grounded out his first time up. The 9 hitter, Torrens on deck, and then you get Nimmo. Come on, Nick. Pitch. Strike. All right. What's he doing here? Steps off. Steps off again. Nick, just pitch to him. And don't be playing these stupid ass games. Oh, step off. Oh, don't step off. Step off. Step off. Step off. Step off. Oh, let me just do step off again. Do over there. How about you just pitch to him? It shouldn't even freaking matter. Honor goes to third because Nick Enright's doing a little. Here's the pitch to Beatty. Grounder right past the diving shortstop, and this is a 1-run game. No, now it'll be Torrens due up. Swear to God, if they blow this too. Hey Nick, how about instead of doing a little dance, how about you just pitch? Just pitch. You're stealing my signs. You have a pitch com. It shouldn't even matter. Are you afraid of him stealing your freaking thing? Well, change the way you hold the ball. These bozos are gonna blow this too, aren't they? 2 outs. Look like we got this game sealed up. And this loses. Oh, I'm getting quaking in my boots. I'm quaking in my boots. Quaking in my boots. This dude is freaking quaking in his boots. All because we don't have a legit closer because he wants to be a freaking feeble gambler. He wants to gamble. Pitch. Gotta lock in here, Nick. Damn. Nick with no K. All right. 217 average, 2 homers, 16 RBIs in 71 games for Torrens. Pitch. Low ball 2. What he was doing there, because you kind of feel like someone's looking over your shoulder, looking at what you're pitching. Like really, I don't think McNeil's really caring about what you're pitching, what you're throwing. Pitch. Fly ball. Right field. Track. And Jones is there to make the catch. Right? He made the catch. I couldn't see because the way the freaking viewpoint is hidden from the stands. But the Guardians squeak out a win in Queens, I believe, for the first time since 2004. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just watched was a crazy dog crash out. Sponsored by absolutely nobody. Something like a little, evening stress. 9 extra inning wins, 6 on the road, both most in the majors. Wow. Had to give us a damn near heart attack, but the Guardians finished the job. And now let's I'm not gonna, be a troll and put FTM in the chat or anything. Because, I don't really hate the Mets. I understand Phillies fans despise the Mets. In fact, Phillies smoked the O's today. So the Guardians with the win today. I think this is their first win since 04, if I'm not mistaken. It's a pretty long ass time. But yeah, the Guardians, where's the game at? There it is. Okay, let's go to the game wrap up. Oh, Kansas City's losing too. Nice. Yeah. Thank you, Boston. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's lit. So the Guardians win. They're 57 and 55 on the year. The Mets are 63 and 50 with the loss. Hayden Smith gets his 4th win of the year. He's 4 and 4 with a 2.92 ERA. Helsley takes the loss. 3 and 2, 2.84 ERA, excuse me. Yeah, the loss goes to Helsley. And the save goes to Nick Enright with his first save of his career and a 2.01 ERA. Slade was actually not bad. 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 6 Ks and a homer, 3.72 ERA for Slade. Manaeus, 5 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 Ks and a homer. 3.52 ERA for Sean Manaea. Guardians take the first game in the series. And tomorrow it will be, I believe, Logan Allen up against Clay Holmes. Guardians, 7 runs, 9 hits and an error. Mets, 6 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors. Keep sweeping the Mets. Sorry, man. I have hatred in my body and disdain in my veins. Nah. How Phillies fans feel about the Mets is kind of how I feel about Detroit, really. For the most part. Yeah. Or Kansas City. Even a little bit Minnesota. But they're kind of stinky now. We've actually kind of had their number the last couple of years. So it's mainly been Detroit. Yep. So that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. I will be back tomorrow for the game, 7:10 p.m. I'll be here. Hope you guys will be too. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog, and good win for the Guards. And now let's keep building off of this. All right. With that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Oh, almost forgot. Let's do this. There we go. Final in 10. Guardians 7, Mets 6. Boy, was it stressful. Back and forth ass game. Guardians up 5-zip. Blow it completely. Go up 7-5. Damn near blow it again. But this time we held on. So with that being said, go Guards. I'm Crazy Dog. See you guys tomorrow. I'm out. Of course, shout out to everybody who's in the chat tonight. The Phillies fans especially. We have Fred, Elephant, Karam, Jacob, Lore, Hikari, Steph, Gaz, Main Net 2.0, R. Jones. Yeah, shout out to Zachary Adams. Yep. Was that Lee? White Glow. Of course, Callan Smoke. Jack Lear and all the others. But yeah, guys. Bye-bye. Yeah. Back to 2 games over. Keep it going. Yeah. FTM. FTM. Bye-bye. Yeah.